Governor Laura Kelly has outlined her goals for 2023. She spoke about everything from tax relief to legalizing medical marijuana. 27 News Capitol Bureau reporter Rebecca Chung tells us about the governor's top priorities.
Well, axing taxes is at the top of the governor's list. There have been calls on both sides of the aisle for tax relief this year, but the governor is pushing her Axing Your Taxes plan. The governor's plan includes getting rid of the state's food sales tax this year. Republicans negotiated a gradual reduction last year, but it drops the tax to zero in 2025. The governor's plan also includes eliminating the tax on diapers and feminine hygiene products. And it would also create a sales tax holiday for back-to-school items and cut Social Security taxes.
We are in this position to responsibly provide tax relief because we have been laser focused on creating a solid fiscal foundation for our state. But let me make myself clear. I will stand against any irresponsible tax proposals that erode that foundation.
Some of the other issues the governor is focusing on this year include legalizing medical marijuana. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are working on a bill to be introduced in the Senate. And the governor is once again pushing for Medicaid expansion, despite pushback from Republicans in the past. And another key message that she shared tonight is her desire to work across the aisle to get things done. She's asking lawmakers to meet her in the middle this year. For now, reporting at the Capitol, I'm Rebecca Chung.
And in response, Republicans say they have high hopes this session, but they have one request for Governor Kelly. 27 News Capitol Bureau reporter Denisha Richard tells us what message this Kansas GOP is urging Kelly to stand by.
Senate President Ty Masterson actually recorded this response several weeks ago when the original State of the State was scheduled. Now, he did say that this response isn't to the actual State of the State address due to the fact that Governor Kelly missed the original date after her COVID-19 diagnosis. Overall, he says that the Republican Party in Kansas hopes that Governor Kelly sticks to her middle ground approach. Part of the Republican response highlighted the plan already outlined by the Kansas GOP when they released their A Better Way initiative earlier this month. But they say there are some issues where Governor Kelly will need to abandon what the Republican Party calls a radical approach by the Democrats and adopt more of what they say is best for Kansans. And they want more collaboration as they do things like work to reduce taxes and create more jobs for Kansans. The GOP also says they hope to remain fiscally responsible and resist the urge to overspend. They also want to see more restrictions on abortion and transgender athletes. Masterson acknowledged Kelly's campaign promises, but says any accomplishments Kelly achieved was with the helping hand of Republicans.
During the campaign, the governor made repeated claims that she governed from the middle and claimed many victories. Of course, the nature of our divided government means that any bill reaching the governor's desk only does so with Republican effort. And all meaningful victories, whether axing a tax, balancing a budget, or bringing new economic development to Kansas, all begin with Republicans. Regardless of who attempts to take credit, I'm optimistic we will find more common ground.
Now, Masterson also added that the Kansas GOP is committed to putting the people of Kansas first and that they will deliver results, not rhetoric, this legislative session. Reporting from the Kansas State Capitol, I'm Denisha Richard.
Joining us now to talk about Governor Kelly's speech is 27 political analyst Bob Beatty. How you doing?
Great to be here, Mackenzie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you were talking about it in the break. This is your 17th State of the State speech. Yeah. So how does that compare to all the others?
All of them have been in the 2000s, so I'm not that old. But, you know, State of the States, people may not see it if they're live streaming it or watching it on TV, but it's like being on a rocky boat and in the water, in that it depends on the governor. If the governor is a Republican, the Democrats may sit down, vice versa. And we saw a little bit of that tonight. But something I've never seen before was the legislature saying happy birthday to the governor. So you'll never see this again, so let's take a look. And let's note that both sides were standing and singing.
I was going to point
so
that
that's
out.
a once maybe in a lifetime a political event there.
Wow, and they sounded great,
They sounded good, yeah.
Yes. Now, there were a lot of issues packed into the speech, especially taxes. So what does the governor want to see in terms of taxes, and what was the response?
Yeah, I think taxes are the big issue this session. And both sides want taxes. It's just really what kind of taxes, Mackenzie.
Right.
And so the governor is, as we've talked about before, pushing the holiday on school supplies and diapers and feminine projects, sort of some targeted tax cuts. She wants to get rid of the food sales tax.
Right.
Again, Republicans didn't stand and cheer for any of those, but Republicans in general, they love tax cuts. And so what I think we're going to see, Mackenzie, is some bargaining going on here. Maybe the governor will get one of her tax plans across, and maybe the Republicans will get something that they want. So I think this is going to be a negotiation, but really with the budget surplus the way it is in Kansas, I'm almost guaranteeing that we will see some tax cuts.
Right. Now, what other issues did she bring up that might have a chance of passing?
Well, medical marijuana is a big one, and that's a real tough one because 60–70% of Kansans in polls say they'd like to see it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of resistance from especially the Republican Senate. After the State of the State, I heard Senate President Masterson being very kind of unhappy about the pushing of this issue. I asked Vic Miller, the Democratic Minority Leader, what he thought. He thought there was a chance that this could get passed. So I think throughout this session, you and I and Channel 27 News are going to be watching this carefully.
Yes.
And I'm cautiously optimistic in terms of thinking that something may happen this session. This has been pushed forward for about 10 years, so it may be the session.
Okay. Happy birthday to Governor Kelly, and happy 17th State of the State to
Thank you very
you.
much, yes.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Bob.